discussion. Today we want to finish up with this particular module. Let us try to discuss with respect to the project team development, how to develop the project team. Basically, developing the project team is a structured process, is a scientific process. In this particular process, when you are developing your project team, you are trying to improve the competencies of your project team members. We are trying to improve the interactions between project team members, and also we are interested in developing the overall team environment so that the project performance will be enhanced. So developing project team, somebody may feel that simply some people have been hired to work on a project as a project team members, and from day one they will start working on the particular project. So it is not that simple. So we should invest some amount of time, some amount of resources in developing this project team so that the project performance will be enhanced, the team environment will be a very healthy and sound environment. The competencies of your project team members will be at par with the requirements, and the interaction within the team among the team members, that will be also improved, that will be enhanced. Now, what is the benefit? Why we should go for this project team development philosophy? The key benefit of applying this project team development process is it results in improved teamwork. So that is the first benefit we are getting. Teamwork will be improved. So if the team is not developed properly, people may be working in a team, but they will be thinking individually. They will not be thinking as a team member. So that will affect the overall performance of your team, because the thinking of people will not be aligned with thinking of each other, thinking of other people working in the same team. So that's why the first benefit of applying this team development process, project team development process, is the process results in improvement in your teamwork. That is very essential. Second benefit what we get is enhancement in the people skills and competencies. So it may be the technical skills of the people, the interpersonal skills of the people, soft skills of the people, some software skills, some other competencies like confidence, team working, working as a team member, leading for certain activities. So likewise, certain skills and competencies will be enhanced for the people who are working in your project team. Then third benefit will be the employees will be always motivated to perform the task which is assigned to them. If there is no proper project team development process established, then employees may be having certain resistance to certain activities, some inertia to execute some activities. But if we develop the project team specific to a project, always the employees will be like, they will feel motivated to perform their task. They will always feel motivated to help each other. They will always feel motivated to give their feedbacks, give their suggestions, give their opinion with respect to the development and other aspects of your project. The fourth benefit what we are having is the staff turnover rate. It gets reduced. Means, in other words, we can say the retention rate of your staff gets improved. So more and more period of time, the people will be working with the same organization, with the same project team. If there is no proper project team development, you will find that there will be frequent transition of people. People will be joining the organization, and within short duration they will be leaving the organization. Again, new people will come. So if this kind of things are happening, every time you need to invest your time in training the people or getting them adjusted to the situation and start working. By the time they starts working, they will again leave the organization, and again you need to recruit the new people in place of them. So that is a kind of very difficult situation for project manager or the higher authorities if this kind of staff turnover starts in your organization and the staff is not stable. So this development of project team will be giving you the benefit that the turnover rates will be reduced and the retention of the people will be very high. And last benefit, we can say, in the overall project performance will be improved. Now, for this all project team development process, the most important part is the project manager. He should be having the willingness to develop the project team. He should have the zeal and enthusiasm to develop the project team members, to encourage the project team, to motivate them to perform certain tasks. So his role is extremely essential and important in developing the project team. So what is expected from the project manager is the project manager should acquire the skills to identify, build, maintain, motivate, lead, and inspire project teams to achieve high team performance and to meet the project objectives. So the project manager should have some skills within him. If he is not having the skills within him, he should try to acquire the skills by undergoing certain trainings, undergoing some experiences, undergoing some uh, workshops. He should acquire certain skills, and these skills are essential for identifying the talents, identifying the people, identifying the team members, building the team members, building their confidence, maintaining the discipline among the team members, maintaining the, you can say, the rapport of the work which is ongoing in your project team, motivating them to work high, to work for quality of the work whatever they are doing, leading them from the front. So always there are some uh, cartoons or photographs you must have seen, the difference between leader and boss. So leader leads from the front. He will do the work first, and then he will show the subordinates that this work should be done in this particular manner. If you say a boss, he will not do anything. He will simply go on giving the commands that you do this, you do that. This should be done like this. This should be done like that. But he is not doing anything. He is simply sitting. So this should not happen. There should be leadership qualities. There should not be like simply bossing qualities in your project manager. And finally, he should be able to inspire the project team, which will enable the project team to achieve high performance and meet the project objectives. Teamwork is a very critical factor for any project success, and developing effective project teams is one of the primary responsibility of project manager. So you can understand that team, the project team is an essential component of any project, and teamwork is another critical success factor for any project. And since teamwork is a critical success factor for project, the project manager must take this responsibility that the project team must be developed effectively to meet the project objectives. So the responsibility lies on the shoulders of your project manager to make effective project team development plan. So the project manager should create an environment that will facilitate the teamwork behavior. So there should not be an environment which will be making any hurdles in teamwork philosophy or teamwork environment in your project team. The project manager should request management support and or influence the appropriate stakeholders to acquire the resources needed to develop the effective project teams. So project team and the senior management, top management, or project team and the stakeholders, the intermediate link is nothing but the project manager. Project team will be the actual people executing the work, and top management or some stakeholders, they will be the people who are the motivation behind that particular project. They are responsible for providing the resources, they will be providing the financial support to your project, etc. So they will be having certain expectations from the project team, and at the same time the project team members will also have certain demands, certain requests, certain suggestions, certain feedbacks, which needs to be conveyed to the top management, which needs to be conveyed to the appropriate stakeholders, and the project manager should become a person who is bridging the gap between the project team and the top management, or the project team and the stakeholders, and try to gain their support for whatever demands, whatever needs the project team members are putting forth in front of the project manager. So that is another essential role of your project manager. The objectives of developing a project team, they include but not limited to the following points. Number 1, improving the knowledge and skills of team members to increase their ability to complete the project deliverables while lowering the costs, reducing the schedules, and improving the quality. So in the process of developing project team, we should try to emphasize that knowledge and skills of team members should get improved, and this knowledge and skills of team members should be improved for what? It will facilitate to increase their ability to complete the project deliverables, so that whatever deliverables they have been expected from the project, they will be achieved. At the same time, they will focus on how these project deliverables can be achieved with less cost, with less time, within less than the scheduled time. And also third point is the project deliverables, how we can obtain by improving the quality of each and every process, each and every activity, whatever we are conducting in that project execution. Second part or second objective of developing project team is improving the feelings of trust and agreement among the team members to raise the morale, lower the conflicts, and increase teamwork. This is another objective. So if the team members of your project team, they are simply working as they have been assigned the work to work in that particular team, so that's why they are part of that team. Otherwise they don't have any belongingness to the team members, no belongingness to the particular project. In that particular environment, it will be very difficult to obtain a high performance or commitment from those team members. So for that purpose, we must be able to inculcate through this project team development process, we should be able to inculcate the feelings of trust and agreement among team members. So there must be some emotional bonding between the team members and the project team, between the team members and your project manager, between the project manager and the top management, and overall there must be a sense of trust, a sense of feeling and agreement among each other, which will enhance the morale of the team members. They will be really motivated to do the work. It will help in reducing the conflicts. So people will try to adjust since they have some emotional bonding, some trust and emotional feelings shared with each other. Even if there are certain conflicts, some views are not matching, they will try to forget, they will try to lower their expectations, but try to resolve the conflicts on their own. So the amount of conflicts they are getting generated, the intensity of the conflicts, if the amount of conflicts is not lowered, at least the intensity of the conflicts can also be lowered. So that is also important. And increase teamwork. So ultimately, the people will start working cohesively as a team, unitedly as a team, instead of working as individual team members. The third objective, the third basic objective for which we should develop the project team is creating a dynamic, cohesive, and collaborative team culture to improve individual and team productivity, team spirit, and cooperation. So the objective of developing project team is we should be able to create a very dynamic project team. The project team, whenever we say, it should be dynamic. If anything is asked, if anything is required to be performed, immediately the team members will respond and will perform that task. So that is the objective of developing a project team. The project team should be dynamic, so this is very important that the project team must be very dynamic. It should be cohesive. They, the team member should not be like simply individuals working together because they have been called, they have been told to work in a team. They should look like this is a very cohesive team. They are very united. Nobody can break their unity. So likewise, they should work, and also they should have a collaborative team culture. So they should be cooperative, collaborative. They should help each other. They should take the help from others, and that collaborative team culture is essential for what? To improve the individual performance as well as the productivity of your team. The team spirit will also get improved and the cooperation among team members will be enhanced. Another part is allowing the cross training and mentoring between team members to share the knowledge and expertise. As we are knowing that project team may not be uh, involving the team members only from a specific domain, only from a certain same area. So the project team will have people involved from multiple domains, from multiple departments, from multiple specializations, having multiple expertise, and maybe from different organizations also. So in that case, this project team development will allow cross training. So they will exchange their ideas, they will try to train each other, they will try to give share their knowledge with each other, and there will be a kind of mentoring between team members. So that is also very important. Cross training and mentoring is very essential for the sharing of knowledge and expertise. Then another important part is about the project team building activities. So there are certain activities which are considered as project team building activities, and these activities, they have been defined by Mr. Tuckman Ladder in 1965, and still these activities are in place. These activities are that much effective in developing or building the project team. So which are these activities? The activities are forming, storming, norming, performing, and adjourning. So there are 5 stages of development. Forming is the initial phase, first phase. In this particular phase, the team meets and learns about the project, and they will also learn what are the formal roles and responsibilities of the team members. So that is the primary stage. The project team will be coming together. The project team will be meeting each other. Team members will meet each other for the first time, and they will try to understand what is their role and responsibility in that particular project. So that is a very essential criteria for the first stage, that is independent and not as open in this. So in this particular phase, the team members, they are working independently. They are not working as a team. So more and more they will try to perform the work as an independent entity. They will not be performing their work as a team, because it is just a beginning of formation of team. And as it is just beginning of formation of team, they will be trying to be more and more independent rather than having a unit as or rather than having a complete team. Then comes the second activity or second phase of team building, that is storming. So during this particular phase, the team begins to address the project work, technical decisions, and project management approach. So the team will start addressing what exactly is the project work, what are the uh, specific requirements of your project, what are the other aspects of your project, who are the stakeholders. So they will try to gain certain knowledge, certain information with respect to the project. Then they will try to understand certain technical decisions, and they will try to understand the project management approach to that particular project. In this particular phase, if the team members are not collaborative and open to differing ideas and perspectives, the environment can become counterproductive. So it is essential that in this particular phase, the team members must show their collaborativeness. They must show their enthusiasm. They should be open to offer the ideas. They should be open to listen to the ideas proposed by other people, perspectives of other people in team. Even if they are differentiating from their ideas, their viewpoints, still they should be ready to accept, ready to listen to them, and try to discuss their viewpoints in that particular environment. So this particular process, this particular activity is called as storming activity. So we say about brainstorming. So when we say about brainstorming, we try to just go on putting the ideas, whether the ideas are relevant, they are irrelevant, they are appropriate, they are inappropriate, they are feasible, they are not feasible. We are not thinking anything. We simply go on putting the ideas one by one, go on listing it, and once they have been listed, then second part will be thinking on which is good, which is bad, which is appropriate, which is not appropriate, etc. But whenever this brainstorming is going on, nobody is preventing other, nobody is stopping other to put their viewpoints. Similarly, in this storming phase for project team development, the project team will try to be more and more collaborative. They try to be more and more open to the variety of ideas and perspective other team members will be putting in that project environment. The third phase will be about the norming. When we discuss about the norming phase, in this particular phase, the team members will begin to work together. Now, in forming, they have been brought together, but they are still independent. In storming, they are taught to be collaborative. They have been taught to be open to the various ideas and perspectives. Now, in norming, we will try to bring them together as a team and ask them to work together, ask them to adjust their work habits and behaviors to support the team behavior. So whenever they are starting the work together, definitely they will start adjusting their work habits. They will start adjusting to the needs and requirements of other people and try to bring some collaborative solution which will be in turn help the overall performance of your team. The team learns to trust each other. That is another point. In this particular phase of norming, when the team members are working together, they are trying to adjust the work habits, work cultures, and behaviors with each other. Automatically, a kind of trust, a kind of belongingness that will get generated among the team members, and hence the entire team they learns the feeling of trust with each other. Then the fourth step is about performing. In this particular phase, when the team members they are performing certain task, so in this particular stage, they will reach the performing stage function as a well organized unit. They are independent, they are interdependent and work through issues smoothly and effectively. So in this particular phase, now the team is working together. In the previous phase only, in the previous activity only, they have learned how to trust each other, how to adjust with each other. So now there is no problem as such to work as a team. So they actually start performing, they actually start performing as a well organized unit. And they, in the first phase forming, they were working independently. Now they are working as interdependent, because there are many dependencies in a team. The people are dependent on each other, so they understand what is the interdependency and work on that. And they try to work through the issues. Even though there are certain conflicts, there are certain differences, there are certain issues, they will try to work on that smoothly and effectively. The next part is about adjourning. That is the last phase. So in forming, we are trying to bring the people together. In adjourning, the people start separating from each other. So that is the last phase. So in this particular phase, the project team will complete the work. It is not like before the task is completed, people will start leaving. Adjourning means the project team has completed the assigned work and now they are moving on from the project. So they may be moving to their parent organization, they may be moving to some other project, they may be moving to some functional area in which they were working previously also, but only for the project they were associated with the project team. This is typically occurring when the staff is released from the project as the deliverables are completed, or as part of carrying out the close project or phase process. So in this particular activity of adjourning, the staff is released from the project and we call it as close project or phase process. The next part is about conflicts in project management. So always we know, whenever many people they are coming together, multiple people they come together, always there will be certain conflicts. We also many times we say that five fingers of a hand they are also not same. Similar to that, one person and another person they cannot be similar. Their thinking, their nature, their behavior, their capabilities, they cannot be similar at any point of time. So always there will be certain differences, and whenever these differences are there, when the people are working in a project team, either the differences may be between the people, two persons, or the differences may be between two functional departments, or there may be some differences between two organizations who are working together for a particular project. So in that particular case, those differences will give birth to the conflicts, and when there are conflicts, the sentiments and emotions of the people, they get hampered, they get damaged, and because of that, the team environment as a whole, as overall team environment, will get hampered. Ultimately this is going to result in getting the project effectively completed. So for that purpose, we should try to understand what are the conflicts in project management, what are the sources and categories of conflicts in project management, and then how to resolve these conflicts, because keeping the conflicts as it is not advisable. There need to be some standard methodology which should be adopted to resolve these conflicts. At least it may, nobody can ensure that 100% conflicts will be resolved, but at least 90-95% conflicts are getting resolved. Then the 5% which will be remaining, they will not be hampering much on your project. So that's why the conflicts, conflict management and negotiations for resolution of conflicts, this is an important aspect of any project management. So conflicts arises when people working on the same project have somewhat different ideas about how to achieve the project objectives. So everybody has some different views, everybody has some different viewpoints. The process of planning a project usually requires inputs from many people. Even when the project is relatively small and simple, planning involves the interaction of almost every functional and staff operation in the organization. It is virtually impossible for these interactions to take place without conflict. So whenever you can also observe in day to day life also, whenever you are planning something, and to plan something you take input from many people who are associated with that particular process, always there will be certain differences, there will be certain conflicts. It is not like that somebody says and everybody will say that yes, that is absolutely correct. Never, it will not happen. If this is happening, then we may feel that there is some sense of bossing, there is some sense of untrust among the team members. So it is always, sometimes we say it is always good that there has to be some conflict. Conflict will be there when people will start, people will be open, people will be having confidence to express their ideas. Then only there will be chances of having conflicts. So sometimes we say having conflicts is also good. All stages of project life cycle appear to be typified by conflict. These conflicts center on such matters like schedules, priorities, staff and labor requirements, technical factors, administrative procedures, cost estimates, and personality conflicts. So the variety of conflicts, what we can have, there may be conflicts over the schedules. So somebody may feel that a particular process can be finished in one day. Somebody may feel that one day is not sufficient, it will require 2 days. Somebody will say it may not be completed in 1 or 2 days, it will require 10 days. Everybody will have their own opinion. Second type of conflicts will be the conflicts over the priorities. If multiple tasks are in front of you, somebody will say this is most important, some other may say the other work is more important. So likewise, which should be given priority, what type of priority should be assigned, based upon that there will be conflicts. The staff and labor requirements, so with respect to the human resources required for project, there will be conflicts. If the, particularly when you are sharing the resources from a functional department, functional area, let us say you have one person working in design department, you, or you have, let us say, one person working in purchase department, who is shared by 5 projects for the purchases required for those individual projects. So that person should give certain specific time to carry out the purchasing work required for a project. So always there will be some conflict on to whom he should give priority, which project he should give priority. So likewise, based upon this staff and labor requirements, when they are shared, when you want to hire them from outside, when you want to get it contracted from other people, so always there will be conflicts on the staff and labor requirements. Then the conflicts over technical issues or technical factors. So like if you are working on some mechanical project, you want to use certain specific material, somebody else will say that this material is not good, the technical properties of this material are not sufficient, we should go for something else. The technical factors may be with respect to certain software which is to be used, certain infrastructure which is to be adopted, or some other factors like for testing of the uh, whatever product you are launching in the market, there may be some technical factors. So based upon that, there may be some conflicts. Administrative procedures, conflicts are always there. Whenever there is administration, they will have certain rules and regulations, certain procedures, and people will always have some query, some issues with the procedures laid down by the administrative authority. So again, there will be some administrative conflicts. Cost estimates over budget, obviously whenever you are going for budgeting, the conflicts are sure. Let us say the project team has given certain budget for that particular project. The first thing what the finance manager will ask the project manager is, why your project is requiring this much budget? Justification is necessary. So this project must be completed within this amount only, why you need this much? So as a finance manager, he will always try to control the costs, and as a project manager, always the people will feel that even though we are spending more, but the project should be successfully completed. Or to uh, take into account certain uncertainties, he must have added some cost overheads, but that finance manager may not be understanding that, so he will always cross question why this cost is like this. And then personality conflicts. So there is no particular source, reason, remedy for this personality conflicts. So everybody is a different personality. So based upon the behavioral aspects, based upon the aspects like how to negotiate, how to talk to people, and the aspects like adjusting with each other. So there will be always conflicts among the team members. So these are certain different categories in which the project management conflicts will be lying. Groups working on the project may have different goals and expectations. Because of that, the conflicts are arising. There is reasonable uncertainty about who has the authority to make decisions. So that is also another source of conflicts. If there is there is uncertainty about who is authority to take decisions, that is giving rise to conflicts in management. There are interpersonal conflicts between people who are parties at interest in the project. So when there are interpersonal conflicts for the people who are parties at interest. So parties at interest means the stakeholders, the project team members, the sponsor of your project, the project manager, maybe some other people who are directly involved in your project, and some other people who are indirectly involved in your project. But these are people, they are parties at interest for your project. So this is a beautiful graph which gives idea about the conflict intensity on y-axis, and on the x-axis it is giving the picture of the project life cycle, start and finish. In 4 different stages, 4 different phases, the conflicts have been shown. One at the project formation, so during the initial phase, at the early program phases. So project has started, but it is not yet in full swing. So during the beginning of your project, third phase is during the main program, that is the main execution part, and last toward the end of the program, that is the closure phase, or the last phase of your project when your project is coming to an end. During each phase, it has been shown that the variety of conflicts which are arising, what is the intensity of those conflicts. Like let us say if you see the initial project formation stage,
Hello? Hello?
Hello, sir.
Hello, Pratiksha.
Sir, left झाले.
Hello?
Hello.
लेक्चर चालू आहे की संपलं?
सर लेफ्ट
लेक्चर
झाले.
चालू आहे की संपलं?
सरांना नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लेम आहे.
ओके ओके. लेक्चर चालू आहे ना?
होय होय.
हॅलो?
होय.
ओके ओके.